So here's the big news. The US SEC just kicked off a formal review of the Wisdom Tree XRP Trust, which could become the first spot XRP ETF in the US. This is a pretty major deal because if it gets approved, it could pave the way for even more crypto ETFs down the line. Right now, it's the first real step we've seen toward getting a product like this into mainstream brokerage accounts without needing private keys or doing the whole self-custody thing. And more on this in just a moment. BTCC is a crypto exchange that's been around for 13 years. No VPN or KYC is needed to get started, and you get access to over 300 cryptocurrencies, up to 500x leverage, and there are bonuses such as a 10% deposit bonus when you use my referral link down in the description below, and you can get bonuses all the way up to $10,055. So if you would like to do some research on this, or if you're ready to get started, you can find that link down in the description below. Okay, so the application was submitted through the CBOE BZX exchange, the CBO BZX exchange, and the SEC has officially opened up a comment period under release number 34-103124. I know that's quite a bit of a mouthful. Basically, that means the SEC is asking the public and anyone in the financial or crypto space to weigh in on the ETF structure. Specifically, they want feedback on whether it protects investors and can withstand market manipulation. The SEC now has up to 240 days to make a decision. I know that's quite a long time, but they have up to 240 days to make a decision, so we're in a bit of a waiting game. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, is staying vocal. He sent another letter to the SEC's crypto task force, making it crystal clear that XRP should not be treated as a security. He's basically pushing for the kind of legal clarity that the industry has been begging for. His argument? The rules need to be clear, not just for companies like Ripple, but also for investors and platforms that might accidentally get caught in the crosshairs because of vague terms like fully functional or decentralized. In this latest letter, Alderati also responded to some key points raised by SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce in her new paradigm speech. One of those big questions was, at what point does a crypto asset stop being a security? And Ripple's answer, when it's no longer tied to the original investment contract. Pretty reasonable, right? And Alderati didn't stop there. He cited Judge Torres's ruling from the ongoing SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. The court had already said that XRP sales on secondary exchanges aren't considered securities, and that's a huge deal. He also pointed to legal analysis from Lewis Cohen, which argues that a crypto token only qualifies as a security when there's a clear buyer-seller relationship. And that doesn't really happen when you're just trading on exchanges. What Ripple really wants is for Congress to step in and make actual laws for the crypto space. Alderati believes that the SEC shouldn't be making up rules as it goes. Instead, we need guidance from lawmakers who understand the digital asset market and can create a framework that actually makes sense. Otherwise, we're stuck with regulators using outdated financial rules to try and control an entirely new kind of technology. One interesting suggestion Ripple made was the idea of a network maturity test. This would look at whether a crypto project is big enough, has been around long enough, and is decentralized enough to no longer be considered a security. They say a token should only be treated as a security if two things are true. The issuer hasn't delivered on its original promises, and the current holder still has legal rights tied to those promises. If those conditions are not met, it's time to stop lumping the token in with the original investment deal. It's all part of Ripple's big push to smooth the legal path toward a future XRP ETF. Without clarity, XRP could fall behind other crypto assets, especially now that Bitcoin ETFs are already a thing. The demand is there, the tech is ready, And Ripple wants to make sure XRP doesn't miss the boat. And Ripple isn't alone. The Blockchain Association, along with major players like BlackRock, are also asking for better rules that make sense for crypto. They're all urging the SEC to stop treating crypto like it's just another Wall Street product. Because let's be real, it's not. The way these assets work, trade, and evolve is entirely different. So, yeah, a lot is riding on this ETF review. Whether or not the SEC gives it the green light could shape how the US handles crypto for years to come. Let's hope that they get it right. Let me know how you feel about all this. Share your thoughts with us down in the comments below. Again, you can find that link to BTCC in the description. Also, we're 4 followers away from hitting 40 over on Blue Sky. I'm at Crypto Atlas. You can find a link to that in the description. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. And also thank you to my YouTube members. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.